Boruto episode 82 review. Plot twist, this was definitely not expected. My man's Onoki is behind the whole damn thing. Lord Ku, at the end of the episode, kneeled down to Onoki and said, Father, he said, Master, he said, what else do you want me to do? So that basically tells us like, yo, he's taking all of his directions from Onoki, the man himself. Now, this is very confusing. And it's not just mainly because it is a plot twist. It is the fact that Onoki's relationship with Kurisuchi is very tight. They've known each other for a very long time. So now we have to start asking questions about why Onoki is actually doing this. And in my opinion, I really think Onoki feels like his village right now is not what it used to be. It's not as tough as it used to be. Things like that. And not only that, I feel like Onoki wants it to go back to what it actually was in the beginning. Now, 1000%, I will say that is not the whole reason. I do feel like there's going to be some underlying reason, and Onoki is definitely going to tell us in the future. But as of right now, that's like the most informative theory I could come up with. And hopefully, as I said, we will get more information in the future and possibly even in the next episode. Now, overall, I do want to talk about that at first and then dive more into Onoki and Kurisuchi and also Lord Ku. But for right now, as I said, a review of the whole episode. I thought it was a decent episode. It started off extremely slow. Without the plot twist, I feel like it would have been a little bit like the last episode where a lot of people did not like it. Hopefully now we can start ramping up and getting into a lot more action in the next episode or in the episode preview of the next episode. And I will make a whole video about that, including all the spoilers for the next episode tomorrow. They did show Sarada, Boruto, and everybody else getting into a little bit of a scuffle. I'm guessing with the Akuta, we did see Sarada's Sharingan activate. So on the next episode, the action and the pacing of these episodes should be ramping up, and I'm very excited about that. I'm pretty sure you guys are very excited about that as well. Hopefully you get to see a Garaga summoning sighting. That would be amazing. We already know we're going to get to see Sarada's Sharingan. In terms of animation and everything like that, it's all been great, and I don't want to really understate that mainly because, I've been watching the dubbed episodes recently, and the animations in the dubbed episodes were not that great throughout the first 3 or 4 episodes. It's just starting to ramp up into the current animation level. So I really like the animation in this episode. But another thing was confirmed today, and it was the fact that Onoki is related to Lord Ku. Now, Lord Ku called Onoki father. That could possibly mean multiple things. I know a lot of you guys were speculating that Onoki was going to be the grandfather of Lord Ku. That could still be possible. I don't want you guys to walk away from this thinking it's 100% confirmed that Lord Ku is just the direct dad of this guy. He might be the grandfather, and Lord Ku might have just said father. But as of right now, I'm going to be assuming that Lord Ku is just the son of Onoki. So if I just say son and father, don't get mad throughout this video. Now, as the Boruto audience, we all understand that Kurisuchi is probably not going to be well suited to be the Tsuchikage mainly because she is not as strong as a lot of people would like her to be. Now, I'm not saying that she's weak by any means, even though the recent episodes in Boruto would beg to differ that she's extremely weak. I mean, she got captured in a couple of seconds. When we rank her with the Kage that we did see in the past, for example, Onoki, for example, Gaara, even Old Man Lord Third, I mean, she's just not that strong, and I do understand that, and that could also be leading into one of the reasons why Onoki does not want her to be the Tsuchikage. Now, a big thing I do want to talk about is the fact that Kurisuchi was captured relatively easily, and this could possibly be the fact that Kurisuchi already knew what it was. She probably already knew that Lord Ku had something to do with Onoki, or she probably already knew that Lord Ku was the direct son of Onoki, and Lord Ku was just following the directions of Onoki. Now, as a predecessor, for example, if Naruto were to get direct orders from Kakashi that he should step down from the Hokage spot, I'm pretty sure Naruto would take that opinion very seriously, and that's exactly what Kurisuchi is doing as of right now, because she understands that the orders came directly from Onoki. Now, this could have been very confusing to Kurisuchi, and this could have prompted her to not necessarily put up as big of a fight if the orders did not come directly from Onoki, and that is very understandable. I feel like that's a little bit comic to a lot of you guys who really think that Kurisuchi is weak, and I just said she's not as strong as the other Kage, but she's not as weak as these last few episodes lead her on to be. So I feel like that's a very good thing. Now, I will 100% be making more videos about this, and of course I'll be adding in a lot of you guys' theories specifically pertaining to this trio, Kurisuchi, Lord Ku, and also Onoki, because it is going to be a very interesting couple of weeks, and hopefully this arc surprises a lot of you guys. Now, some other things I do want to talk about pertaining to this episode. Inojin is actually building a very strong relationship and a very strong bond with his Akuta. I'm pretty sure he did name it Akun, which is a very good name. It's like a mixture between Akuta and Kun. It's as if Inojin is saying Akuta Kun, but he's just saying it mixed together, which is Akun. So the relationship between those two is ramping up a lot. And one thing I'm really hoping, and I've seen some of you guys comments basically giving theories about why Inojin is getting so close to Akun. I'm really hoping Inojin and Okun's relationship will have a very important impact on the later episodes of Boruto, mainly because it's taking up so much screen time in the Boruto anime. I gave one of my tiny theories about this in the comment section below. Some of you guys might have seen it, but I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like sometime down the road in this arc, Inojin could possibly use probably a mind transfer, use the Akuta to infiltrate Lord Ku's laboratory and pretty much get more information about what Lord Ku and everybody else is planning to do. Now, getting off of Inojin and Lord Ku, I feel like a lot of people do want to talk about this, and this is going to be a very important thing, especially, as I said multiple times throughout multiple videos, it's going to be important to see how Konohamaru handles this. I'm talking about Konohamaru possibly going after Boruto and everybody else and being the leader that a lot of people think he should be. As I said, he's supposed to be the next Hokage. He's been preaching it ever since he was a kid. There's a lot of Konohamaru believers out there. I think he's going to end up being the 8th. I say Sarada's going to end up being the 8th, and I do want Konohamaru to change my mind, because that's a guy that I feel like should get the Hokage spot, mainly because he's been there. He's been grinding for it his whole life. But in conclusion, it was a very decent episode. I feel like it was more of a lead-up episode to the next episode, and I'm telling you guys, this right here was 1000% a shocker. Now, the spoilers for this episode specifically, so you guys who don't want to hear about spoilers, you guys are safe. This is just for this episode. We already seen this episode. The spoilers said that Onoki just was not going to help Boruto. It didn't tell us that Onoki was going to reveal that he was on Lord Ku's side. So this right here was a complete blind side. I didn't even think about this possibly being the situation. I thought that it would probably be an internal struggle with Onoki, possibly trying to choose a side between Lord Ku and Kurisuchi, mainly because he's so close with both of them. You obviously, with me assuming that Lord Ku would possibly be Onoki's grandson, but I didn't think it was going to be like this. I mean, this was just a complete plot twist. Let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section below, man. But it's been your boy Barbie, and we out.